Welcome to the Trench Report, where I tell you what has been happening in our current business so you can really get a feel for what it's like to buy and sell property here in the Temecula Valley from the boots on the ground view. I am seeing some early signs of a cooling market, which I'm going to explain. Here we go. Hi, Jessica Genung here from the Genung team in Active Realty. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. We are going to get right into it today and tell you what's going on from the trenches. And towards the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about some of the early signs I'm seeing of the market cooling off. We'll start on the listing side of our business. Our most recent listing to close was this super cute house in Murrieta Ranch. My seller received about 5 offers on this property. We were listed at $539,000, which was a little bit higher than the other 3 bedrooms in the neighborhood, but this home was particularly nice, had a lot of nice upgrades, and it had a fully landscaped, really beautiful front and backyard. It looked great. We didn't want to shoot too high with the list price because Murrieta Ranch doesn't see as many multiple offers as some communities, probably because of the higher tax rate. Also, I had contacted an agent that I know who had a similar home that was pending in the neighborhood to see how her activity had been. She had said that it had been slower than some of her other listings around town, but they still were going to be closing over asking price, she said. Our listing ended up selling for $550,000, which was $11,000 over the asking price. The winning offer was actually not the highest offer. We had one higher offer, but the terms were not as strong. So this is a very important topic in today's market. The terms of an offer are equally, if not even more important sometimes than the price offered. Because we were listed on the high side of the comparable sales and all of the offers we received were over the asking price, we felt that it was very important that a potential appraisal shortfall be addressed. The winning offer did this, and the highest offer that was not selected did not agree to come in with extra cash in the event of an appraisal shortfall. One interesting thing about the winning offer is that they were actually contingent, which can be a major hurdle in this market. But the buyer's property that they were selling, it was closing that same week, and all of the contingencies had been removed, so we felt that the risk was mitigated in regards to this contingency. Their agent did a really good job making us feel comfortable with the progress of their sale by sending us supporting documentation that showed the progress of their existing home sale. Also, this buyer was putting down a much larger down payment than the other offers. Proof of funds, it is very important when there is concern about the appraisal not coming in at value. This large down payment ultimately resulted in an appraisal waiver. We are seeing that a lot this year actually on the buyer side of our business. When the buyer is putting down a large enough down payment towards the purchase, some banks, they are not even requiring an appraisal be done, which is great because that ends up saving the buyer the appraisal fee, which typically can run $500 or $600. Our other transactions for this month are on the new construction side of our business. We had 4 clients move into new homes this month. A really sweet retired couple moved into a beautiful home in Winchester's D.R. Horton community called Winchester Ridge. They moved from back east because their daughter is expecting a baby and they want to be close by to help. By the way, when I was there last week dropping off their closing gift, I popped into the sales office and the sales rep said that they just had a home fall out of escrow. I don't know if it's still available currently, but it was one of their next generation models and it is available immediately and could be as soon as a 30-day move-in. These cancellations are actually quite common and I get notified about them pretty regularly. My next new construction client that moved in this month got one of these cancellations in Pulte's Eagle Crest community. They purchased the Stanwood floor plan, which is not one of the modeled floor plans at the community, but it's a really, really great floor plan. When they purchased, the home was already about halfway built and all of the design center selections were already chosen by the original buyer. But this original buyer made very beautiful and popular choices on those upgrades, which is not always the case. Sometimes these original buyers chose a lot of the standard options, sometimes they're weird colors and not very many upgrades, which can make buying a cancellation not very enticing. But I think this client got a really beautiful home and they got very lucky with the upgrades that the previous buyer chose, and this home is located right across from a park that's coming very soon. My other 2 new construction clients that moved into new homes moved into Tri Pointe's coveted Compass community. Compass and Menifee and its sister property called Overland, which is in Murrieta, have probably been the most popular new construction in the area, and the wait lists have been closed for quite some time, even though Compass in particular still has many phases to go. These clients, they purchased all the way back in phase 1 when they were pre-selling even before the models were open. I think it was October. We were touring those models under construction. For those that got on the wait list after that community grand opened, they ended up waiting on a much longer wait list. So speaking of pre-selling, Richmond American's Braverde community in Menifee is now pre-selling. I just got notified yesterday, and I have a file going for those that are interested in this community that I'm going to be contacting today. If you want a chance of getting on that wait list before the official grand opening, definitely reach out to me. Call, text, email. If you are still maybe just in the research phase of moving to our area, I recommend that you check out my free relocation guide, which is down below. There's a link in the description, and it's available for immediate download. Now let's chat about why it seems like the housing market in our area might be cooling just a little bit. Well, we are starting to have more success getting our buyer clients on the resale side of our business into escrow, and it seems that we're up against fewer multiple offers lately. Don't get me wrong, we're still typically up against more than one offer, but not as many as it seems like previously. One of our clients recently got their offer accepted in Harveston in Temecula, which is a very hot neighborhood, and we always struggle getting offers accepted in that community. So we're very happy for that client. They got a beautiful home. The next sign of a cooling market, in my opinion, is that some new construction phase releases are not completely selling out. I had a client this past Saturday buying a home in Lennar's Heritage Lake community. They do their phase releases on a conference call, and only about 2 or 3 of the 5 homes that they were selling actually sold. There were way less people on the call than what's typical over the past few months, which is normally about 20 to 30 people on the wait list. This time they only had about 10 people on the wait list, and a lot did not attend the call. I think that this is the result of the aggressive price increases, and it's just become too much for some buyers, and they've decided to sit on the sidelines for now. Does that mean I think the builders will reduce the prices? No, I certainly don't. Even if the market does have a sizable shift, the builders try many different incentives before lowering the sales price, such as increasing the closing cost credits. They'll give credits for the design center. They'll throw in free appliances. Years ago, some builders, they were even offering free cars instead of lowering the sales price. It's not just in my business that a little cooling is happening. It's also reflected in some of the data. Redfin published a housing market update article that was titled "Demand is Stabilizing. Are we finally seeing a break in this overheated market?" I'm going to link that down below if you're interested. Their answer was yes. The leading indicators such as home tours and mortgage purchase applications have slowed in many locations. So interest rates are back down again, which is still propelling the market. A lot of my clients locking under 3%. Despite these cooling signs, we are still in a strong seller's market, and we're normally up against multiple offers still, although not as many as a few months ago. I hope that this information gives you an idea what the market is like, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.